questions are now being posed to the school authorities that why is it that they have allegedly enforced wearing the hijab for the girl students who did not belong to the Muslim community. I'm going to open up this discussion. The visuals on your screens of, actually we'll try to put out that poster that has been released by the school authorities in a local newspaper that showcases all its girl students attaining a certain percentage of marks in an examination, and all of them have been covered in a hijab irrespective of which religion they are from. All right, I'm going to quickly get a response from Major Mohammed Ali Shah. How do you react to this story, Mohammed Ali Shah?
Yeah, Megha, firstly, there's no proof that they were forced to wear hijab or what it is. We don't know the background to it. We don't know. And if at all that happened, if they were forced to, there was a compulsion that they were to wear a hijab, then I think, firstly, an inquiry should be conducted and should be ruled out exactly what's happened over there. It's too early to actually jump to conclusion and to say that the row has erupted, no doubt. And I appreciate you doing this program because the row has erupted. But we do not know why and how, what is the background to it. And if at all, in the inquiry, it is ascertained that they were forced to wear a hijab and it was part of their, irrespective of the hijab, then I think whatever the action should be taken, definitely should be taken. But, but if there is no such thing at all, like I believe an authority over there said, yes, the women, some of them did wear not hijab, but had like scarves for other reasons, out of their, because of their own thing, they wanted to wear it. That's a totally different issue altogether. But when a poster does come out like that, and when people do see, a lot of imagination is going to flare up. A lot of people will presume, will jump to conclusions without knowing the background of what's happened. So yes, I ask for a thorough inquiry into this case, what actually it is all about, because it's too early to jump to conclusions. That's what I would say.
Okay. Major Mohammed Ali Shah, an important question I want to raise in front of you. Now, do you look at hijab as an expression of free thought, of a free identity for a woman?
Megha, very good question. Yes, I do see it. I will tell you why as a free expression, because I feel whatever woman wears, her choice. No one can force anything on her. Like, for example, we are having this debate about in case a school forced a hijab on them. Then I said it's wrong. Anything that's forced upon you, like what's happening in Iran, it's wrong. I protest. I stand with my sisters in Iran against the protest for hijab. I do not agree with that, with Iran through thrusting people to wear hijab, the girls to wear hijab. Whereas if a woman wants to wear hijab with her own free will, her choice. Whether a lady wants to, who are we to judge? If a lady wears a bikini, a swimming costume, jeans, shalwar suit, hijab, it's totally her choice, her prerogative. I totally see it as an expression of her total, it's liberation. It's a woman. And many times it may not be a hijab. In Pune, we were in Pune. In fact, I did my graduation in Pune. You find people on scooties wearing a headgear, and because they want to protect themselves from the pollution. That's not hijab. And many times in desert,
wearing a headgear while driving a two-wheeler is to protect yourself from the heat,
yes,
from the sun rays and from pollution, versus a hijab being worn for religious purposes because of a custom. And if that custom is regressive or not is the question that I asked. And therefore, there was this entire Kerala hijab row that had erupted, that the school mandated, the college mandated that you were not going to be wearing the hijab once you enter the school premises. There's a dress code that needs to be followed. Now, if the school comes out and says that, listen, there is a dress code that needs to be followed and our dress code mandates that the girls have to wear a hijab, how are you going to then counter this question that has been raised?
Right. Megha, there is a normal stereotype mentality that if a woman is not, if she's wearing a miniskirt, oh, she's characterless. No, I'm not talking about us. People perceive she's wearing a bikini, oh, shame on her. What? I mean, if she's wearing a hijab, she's regressive. I know the very progressive ladies, in fact, who are great sportsmen, who drive the best of cars, who are very progressive, who are working.
But why would an individual, a man or a woman, want to, suppose if you're playing a sport, suppose if you're playing tennis, you cannot play the game if you're wearing long skirts, as used to be played during the British era, it was a really long time ago, but there have been transformations that have been made, because the women come out and say that, listen, it's impossible to play the sport because if you wear a long skirt or if you're wearing a pair of pants, it restricts your movement. It restricts your flexibility. It restricts your agility on the court. So then, why this regressive practice by the authorities or by these women? Because their parents, their society condemns them from getting out of their homes if they are not fully covered.
You'll be surprised to know that there are a lot of women. I know if you're calling it regressive, let me tell you, I know the most progressive. See, by going out and not wearing a hijab or wearing a dress which might look very Western and very modern does not make a person very progressive. It's the mentality, it's the thinking, it's the mindset, it's the attitude.
I agree.
Right. So now a lot of women who were supposed to be very, very progressive have adopted hijab on their own. And we totally respect it. Like, for example, the women in my family, none of them wear hijab, and I respect that. But if someone comes tomorrow and says, I want to wear hijab, even that would be respected. It's their personal choice. It's the freedom that we have to give to everyone. We talk about women empowerment. I think a lady who is at home, who decides to be a housemaker, not to work out of her free choice. She's qualified, but she doesn't want to work. Even she's empowered. So similarly, we can't call her aggressive because she's sitting at home. And it's not sitting at home. It's like, again, being a whole housemaker.